Guys, let me start out by saying the Miata is not the perfect car. It has like less than 150 horsepower, gets like 20 mpgs, there's no cargo space, it's a tiny two-seater, but I'm going to tell you guys why you need to own a Miata at least at some point in your life. I can't emphasize enough, the most important part of a Miata is the driving sensation. When you drive a Miata, it's not like driving a normal car. It's like the wheels are literally connected to your hands and the power is connected to your feet. And I know literally that's true for every single car you drive, but what I'm saying is it just feels like you're so in tune with the car. Just take it up a mountain road, just take it and do donuts with it, do drifts with it, do whatever kind of person you are, or just drive through the streets with it. This car is just that kind of car where it mimics how you feel and it mimics what you want to do. The driving sensation of this car is just, it's sublime. The second reason why you guys need to own a Miata at least some point in your life is because they're relatively cheap compared to other sports cars. I paid $700 for, not this Miata, but I paid $700 for a truck, and the truck's motor blew up, and I traded it for this Miata, which wasn't in perfect running condition. It ran and it drove, but it needed a timing belt job. It needed the ignition timing reset, but other than that, it didn't cost much money. It was like maybe $100 on top of that, but then again, I traded for a truck that didn't run, so this is not a bad deal for what I paid for a Miata, but I've seen plenty. My buddy's got 2 Miatas in his lifetime, and each one he bought for less than $300. Just like most cars out there, Miatas can be found for a lot of money when they're in really good shape, or they can be found for a lot less money when they just need a little bit of work. These things are super easy to work on, which brings me to point number 3. Just look how much room is out here. There's all this room. You can put an exhaust, you can change anything out here without really removing anything. There's so much room in this engine bay. Everything is so simplistic. You don't need to be a master mechanic to work on these things. These are probably the easiest cars I've ever worked on. The only thing that I heard sucks is dropping the oil pan, because you have to either remove the engine or drop the subframe. Other than that, these cars are probably the easiest and most reliable cars I've ever worked on. And that brings us to the last point. One of the biggest deals about these cars is they're super easy to swap in a newer motor. You can put in the 1.8 VVTi, you can leave the 1.6 in there and boost it. You can do whatever you need to do to get what kind of power output you're looking for and what kind of car you're trying to make this. But yeah, I guess I'm not hugely enthusiastic like most other YouTubers. I did have an energy drink today because somebody said in the last video that I need an energy drink, so where is it? So I drank a Bang and it's kind of crushed, but yeah, I had an energy drink today, and I hope I have more energy than I did before, and I feel like I do. I hope I do. Anyways, I'm gonna drive back home. Alright, and now that we're back home, I just want to show you guys what the progress is with the Corvette so far. So right over here we have the turbo headers for the C4 Corvette. They're small block Chevy turbo headers. It's set up for a single turbo. This is the T4 turbo I was planning on using. I'm not 100% sure what trim it is, but I'll find out pretty soon. Just some oil change components. We have our oil lines. This is a valve cover that I was maybe going to use, but I probably won't be using it. Sorry, not valve cover, it's an intake manifold that we won't be using with the current plan. But this is something that I could either use as a, maybe just a display piece, or it could just be something that I put together in another car at some point. But that is the plan so far. Anyways, that is going to end today's video, guys. If you guys liked the video, you can push the button. If you didn't like today's video, have a great day.